The inflation numbers are out in Australia, and although they're bad, they're certainly not the worst they've ever been. Just recently, the Australian Bureau of Standards released the latest June quarter inflation data for Australia, with inflation up 1.8% in the quarter from March and topping out at 6.1% for the year. This is now the highest inflation rate Australia has seen since 1990. Now, the Reserve Bank of Australia suggests that we're not done yet, and that peak inflation rate should be above the 7 and should happen sometime later in 2022 or even early 2023. This got me thinking. These numbers are bad, but are they the worst we've ever seen? Now, although the Australian data is bad, and certainly this is the worst inflation numbers we've had for the last 3 decades, we're not alone in these bad numbers. For example, the US at 9.1%, the UK at 8.2% are both at 40-year highs, while our good friends and brothers across the water in New Zealand are seeing a 32-year high of 7.2%. Now, these numbers are shockingly alarming, but they're not the worst we've ever seen. For example, in March of 1975, the Australian inflation rate peaked at 17.7% at the height of the OPEC-led oil crisis. But that's still not the worst we've ever seen. For that, we have to turn the calendar back all the way to May 1951, when the peak inflation rate in Australia topped out at, are you ready for this, 23.9% at the height of the Korean War boom. Now, we're certainly a long way off that. And with experts predicting that we'll peak at maybe 7.5%, it certainly doesn't feel like we're going to get anywhere near those kind of levels. Glass half full, people. Like or share for more tips, videos, and property updates.